Have you ever noticed how your cat suddenly freezes with the tip of its tongue sticking out, as if forgetting to put it back? This charming moment, when a small pink tongue peeks out from a cat's face, has been lovingly dubbed a blep by the internet community. And while it looks incredibly cute and often becomes a reason for a photo session, behind this amusing phenomenon lies a whole science of feline behavior. Today, we will dive into the amazing world of cat physiology and psychology to understand why our furry friends sometimes freeze with their tongues out and what this might mean. Before we reveal all the secrets of the cat blep, write in the comments if you have noticed such behavior in your pet and in what situations it usually happens. Perhaps you even have photos of these cute moments. Your observations will help us form a more complete picture of this phenomenon. In the meantime, make yourself comfortable. There's a lot of interesting information ahead. Understanding such behavioral characteristics of your pet will not only satisfy curiosity, but also help better understand its condition, mood, and even possible health problems. After all, a cat's tongue is not only a tool for drinking and grooming, but also a kind of indicator of its well-being. Let's start with the simplest explanation of the blep. The cat simply forgot to retract its tongue. Yes. As strange as it sounds, cats, these graceful and composed creatures, sometimes just forget. Imagine your cat is grooming itself. Something distracts its attention, maybe a bird outside the window or a sudden sound, and it freezes, completely switching to the new object of interest. At this moment, the cat's brain is so busy processing new information that the command to retract the tongue simply doesn't come through. This especially often happens when a cat is in a state of deep relaxation or, conversely, extreme concentration. Remember how you sometimes freeze with your mouth slightly open when something strongly surprises or captivates you. Cats have a similar mechanism. It just looks much more adorable with them. Interestingly, some cats blep more often than others. This may be related to individual characteristics of the face and jaw structure. In cats with flat faces, such as Persian or exotic short hair, the tongue often doesn't fit completely in the mouth due to the peculiarities of the jaw structure. Therefore, for them, the blep may not be a random phenomenon, but a constant feature of their appearance. Imagine this. A cat has 30 teeth in its mouth, and if even one of them is improperly positioned or missing, it can create a space through which the tip of the tongue will peek out. This happens especially often in elderly cats that have lost some teeth. Their little tongue simply finds free space and slips outside. Another physiological cause of blep is related to thermoregulation. Unlike humans, cats cannot sweat with their entire body. They have sweat glands located only on the pads of their paws. Therefore, in hot weather, cats use other methods of cooling, including sticking out their tongues. Through the moist surface of the tongue, moisture evaporates, which helps lower body temperature. If you notice that your cat often sits with its tongue out on hot days, this may be its way of cooling down. In such cases, it is important to provide your pet with access to cool water and shaded areas. By the way, unlike dogs, cats rarely breathe heavily with their tongues out. If you notice such behavior, it may be a sign of overheating or stress, and you should consult a veterinarian. Speaking of health, it should be mentioned that sometimes a blep can be a sign of certain medical problems. For example, inflammation or infection of the oral cavity can cause discomfort, due to which the cat prefers to keep its tongue out. The cause can also be dental problems, gum disease, or even neurological disorders. How to distinguish a normal blep from a sign of health problems? Pay attention to other symptoms. If the cat refuses food, has an unpleasant odor from the mouth, shakes its head, or rubs its face with its paws, this is a reason to show your pet to a veterinarian. A healthy blep is usually short-term, and the cat looks relaxed and comfortable, not tense or worried. Surprisingly, the blep can also be related to the emotional state of the cat. Some animal behavior specialists believe that cats may stick out their tongues in moments of special pleasure or relaxation. For example, during or after a session of active purring and massage from a beloved owner. In such moments, the cat is in a state of bliss. Its muscles relax, including the muscles of the face and tongue. You have surely noticed how your cat freezes in the process of grooming when you start petting it. This happens because pleasant tactile sensations switch its attention, and it may forget for a few seconds what it was doing. The result is an adorable blep, which cat owners around the world love to photograph. Speaking of photographs, the blep phenomenon has become a real internet sensation. There are entire communities dedicated to photos of cats with their tongues out. This trend started around 2014 and has only been gaining popularity since then. Why are we so touched by these images? Psychologists believe it's due to the contrast between the usually restrained, elegant image of a cat and this slightly ridiculous, human-like expression in its face with the tongue sticking out. When a cat makes a blep, it looks more vulnerable, less composed, which evokes in us an instinctive desire to protect and care for it. Plus, of course, it's just very cute. It's no wonder that photos of cat bleps gather thousands of likes on social media. Interestingly, the blep is not the only unusual behavior related to a cat's tongue. For example, do you know why the surface of a cat's tongue is so rough? It has special hook-shaped papillae that help the cat comb its fur and separate meat from bones when eating prey. These papillae are directed toward the throat, which helps the cat effectively direct food and water in the right direction. It is because of these papillae that cats drink water in such an amazing way. They don't lap it up like dogs, but create a column of water by quickly moving their tongue up and down. High-speed filming shows that a cat can make up to 4 such movements per second. When the water column rises, the cat closes its mouth, capturing the water. This technique is so effective that engineers are studying it to create new technologies. Did you know that a cat's tongue is also an important tool for exploring the world? A cat's tongue has taste receptors, although much fewer than humans. Interestingly, cats cannot taste sweetness. They lack the corresponding receptors. But they can perfectly distinguish salty, sour, and bitter tastes, as well as umami, the taste of protein compounds, which people often describe as meaty or brothy. When a cat slightly sticks out its tongue and seems to taste the air, it may be using the so-called vomeronasal organ, or Jacobson's organ, a special structure on the palate that helps analyze smells, especially pheromones of other cats. In such moments, the cat may make a characteristic mouth movement resembling a grimace. This is called the flamen response and is especially often observed in unneutered male cats when they catch the scent of a female cat in heat. Returning to our main hero, the blep, it's worth noting that this phenomenon is observed not only in domestic cats, but also in their wild relatives. Wildlife photographers have captured lions, tigers, and other big cats with the tip of their tongue sticking out. This once again confirms that the blep is a natural behavior for the entire feline family, not just a quirk of our domestic pets. Some animal behavior researchers suggest that in wild cats, the blep may be associated with analyzing the environment. Through the tongue, they can get additional information about smells and tastes in the air. This is especially important for predators who need to accurately determine the location of potential prey. Summing up, we can say that the cat blep is a multifaceted phenomenon that can be caused by various reasons, from simple forgetfulness and anatomical features to thermoregulation and emotional state. In most cases, it is absolutely normal and harmless behavior that makes our pets even more charming. Observing such small details of your cat's behavior can help better understand its individuality and needs. Each cat is unique, and how often and in what situations it makes a bleep can tell you a lot about its character and well-being. And now I want to ask you, in what situations does your cat most often make a blep? Have you noticed a connection between this behavior and certain circumstances? For example, after active play, during rest, or in hot weather? Share your observations in the comments, and let's together form a more complete picture of this charming feline phenomenon. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There's still a lot of interesting information ahead about our furry friends. Click the bell so you don't miss new episodes, and be sure to share this video with your cat-loving friends. I'm sure they'll be interested to learn the scientific explanation for this cute phenomenon. And in the next episode, we will reveal another intriguing mystery of cat behavior that often puzzles even experienced owners. Get ready to be surprised. Our furry friends are much more complex and interesting than they seem at first glance. Remember, every cat blep is a small miracle of nature and a reason to smile. After all, what could be better than these moments of genuine feline spontaneity in our busy lives?